Charlotte Bobcats and Milwaukee Bucks were part of a three-team trade that sent Corey Maggette to Charlotte in exchange for that man, Steven Jackson, greeting his old teammates and his old owner, now a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. He's back in town for the opener early on. Well, there's former Buck Corey Maggette up top with the alley-oop throwdown. He was 6 of 15 from the field and had a vertical leap of his number there, 50 on that one. Huge leap from Maggette. Later, second quarter, Brandon Jennings. Kid's got every shot in the book. He had a game-high 22 points. Milwaukee by 11 and looking good. Steven Jackson gets called for his 5th personal foul of the game in the third quarter. Argues with the refs, gets a technical foul. While he's at it, Steven Jackson still talking, finished the game with 6 points and 6 fouls. Later, third quarter, Boris Diaw helping to bring the Bobcats back. Spinning move there, 9 points, 11 boards. How did the rookie Kemba Walker look off the bench? But just look at this shape. Oh, boy, Kemba Walker's got all the moves inside for the nifty little left there. He had 13 points. And, yeah, Michael Jordan likes what he's seeing on the court. Later, Gerald Henderson, athletic, to the rack, up and over the Bucks defense there. And, yeah, Charlotte all the way back in this game. They're up by 369-66. Moving along to the fourth quarter. Off the Steven Jackson air ball. Milwaukee, well, yeah, they're not looking good. Charlotte is looking good. DJ Augustine with the layup. He led Charlotte with 19 points. They're up 85-77. Bucks making a late run. Brandon Jennings pure on the jump shot there. 89-84, that's the lead. 5 points. 1:25 to go in the game. Brandon Jennings this time outside in the corner to Mike Dunleavy Jr. for the 3. 90-89 now. Milwaukee in front. Back and forth they go. DJ Augustine driving inside for the layup. He gets that one. 93-92. Charlotte in front. Under 20 seconds to go. Mike Dunleavy outside, open. This is the look they want, but he misses the three-pointer. Kemba Walker, the rookie, gets the rebound, and you know his money because he goes and makes his free throws to seal the victory. The Bobcats start off with a win. They take it by 1, 96-95.
Checking out the night in New York, the Knicks hosting the Charlotte Bobcats, and look who's back from New York. Amari Stoudemire back in uniform, missed the last 2 games with an injury. David Stern, the commissioner, making the trip across town to see this one. And how about Kemba Walker, the Charlotte rookie from UConn, making a return in Madison Square Garden, where he helped the Huskies win last year's Big East tournament. Amari Stoudemire getting into it early on, showing no ill effects there. Give the assist to Tyson Chandler. Now, Iman Shumpert, the rookie from Georgia Tech, feared to miss 4 weeks with a knee injury suffered on Christmas Day. Instead, he returns 10 days later. 12 points in the first half for Shumpert, 18 in the game for New York. Boris Diaw had a big game. Nice move here, the screen to get him loose underneath for the easy layup, and the 8-point lead for Charlotte. The Bobcats shooting very well in this game. Gerald Henderson uses a screen. 24 points for him on 10 of 13 shooting, and it continued in the second half. More from Diaw. Watch him go right around Stoudemire and lay it in. 27 points to lead all Charlotte scores in this game, and they were up by a dozen. Corey Maggette in transition. Watch it here. Fouled by Carmelo Anthony and goes down hard. The replay, one more look at it. In a lot of pain. Stayed in the game to shoot his free throws, but then left and did not return. 12 points for Maggette. DJ Augustine misses here, but DJ White, 4th in the league in field goal percentage this season. High percentage shot here, the putback slam. 10 points, 9 rebounds in the game. Under 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. B.J. Mullins, the pull-up J. He had 16 points off the bench. Immediately after that, Amari takes the inbounds, and watch this. He's a big man. He's 6'10", the running three-pointer. One more look at it. 25 points, 12 rebounds in his return from injury. How you like me now? Knicks, though, well, they don't like they're still down by 10, so you got a lot more you got to like. Carmelo Anthony, haven't seen him yet in this highlight clip. Using the screen here, pull up for a deuce. Game high, 32 points for him, also 6 assists, 5 rebounds, just for good measure. Kemba Walker, meanwhile, the rookie, knocking down the 3 ball here. 7 points, 5 assists off the bench. 118-110. Charlotte gets the win, shooting it sizzling 55% from the field and hitting 7 of 11 from three-point range. All 5 Bobcat starters scored in double figures.
Stephen Curry looks like he's looking for a prize in there.
Something. Or new ankles in there or something.
Hey, what is it? What's in there? Kemba Walker got a start. And
he knows how to finish.
Started getting to the rim. Bobcats offense got it going early on. Gerald Henderson all the way through. Byron Mullins, the big man, knocking down the three.
The trail three by the 5-man.
And then Kemba Walker.
Nice ball movement. That's what you want to see, that great ball movement.
Walker had 23 as a starter. Oh, and he's not done. Little double crossover past Brandon Rush. Finishes up on the other side. 15 in the first quarter, 17 in the first half.
Is it me or does Golden State give everybody their average and more? I mean, Dwight the other night, you know.
They give him some Monta Ellis, too.
Yeah.
Charlotte up by 15 at that point.
Skates.
Ellis sets up David Lee. Lee gets called for a technical on this.
Is it for hanging or was it a little scowl at the end?
Well, this says for hanging. I don't know for sure. 24 and 16 for Lee.
Nice.
DJ Augustine there?
Yeah, they started Augustine and Walker both in the backcourt tonight. Small backcourt start.
Look at Mike say, come on, guys, way to go.
Right. Third quarter, Mullins, rebound, up and in.
Get the big 5, couple jump shots. Now he wants to get in there and rebound for you.
He had 20 and 7 on the night.
Whoa.
Kemba to the rim, no, but you know everybody in transition, you can get that offensive board, and it's Henderson with the foul. Season high 26 for him. All the Bobcats having fun.
Oh, the buzzer beater. Is it good? No good.
Not so much.
Oh.
It was the buzzer nearly beater. Nate Robinson with a 3 here. Warriors getting back into it, down by 8. Brandon Rush cuts it to 6. Walker used to having the ball in his hands at crunch time.
That's too
Spin and the flip. Oh, that's nice. And he puts it away for the Bobcats, who win at 112-100. Boris Diaw did not get the start tonight, which ended a streak of 234 straight games starting. Wow. I had no idea. Did you guys know that?
I had no idea.
Obviously, the coach didn't know either.
He knows now. Coach Silas knows now.
Best me up, Coach. Nice streak going.
A streak has to end Friday night north of the border. Charlotte comes in losers of 16 in a row, while the Raptors trying to put an end to its 3-game slide. And it's DeMar DeRozan figurine night. That's what the fans were treated to as they walked in to Toronto. And it's DeMar DeRozan getting it going early on. The step back on the baseline to put the Raptors up by 4. Check out this play. After a mad scramble for the ball, it's Reggie Williams who comes up with it and buries it. Charlotte's up by 1. Jose Calderon with a big swipe. Him and DeRozan have been tremendous of late. Calderon gives it to DeRozan. Check it out one more time as Toronto took a 3-point advantage. A big-time slam by DeMar DeRozan on his night. On to the third quarter we go, where DJ Augustine back in the lineup for the second time after missing 11 games with a toe injury, finds Reggie Williams. Williams a season-high 22 points. Later in the third, Calderon, another theft. And this time gives it to James Johnson on the fast break. Johnson had 14 points, 8 assists. Toronto up by 2. The rookie getting it done. Great crossover by Kemba Walker, then getting creative and going high off the glass. Augustine. Now, in the fourth quarter, he goes tough to the bucket. Nice spin by DJ, looking healthy. 11 points, 10 dimes from Augustine. Charlotte up by 8 and building off the miss. Here comes Toronto. Leandro Barbosa finishes. He had 16. Charlotte's lead was just 3. But it was more from DeMar DeRozan. 24 points. This bucket put him up by 2, 92-90. Kemba can score, and Kemba can also dish, finding a wide open Boris Diaw. 94-90, Charlotte. Could they close it out and snap that 16-game losing streak? It is DJ White getting it done.
98-91, and for the first time since January 14th, the Charlotte Bobcats are winners. They defeat Toronto, handing the Raptors their 4th consecutive loss.
The Orlando Magic have won 2 games in a row and 6 straight against the struggling Charlotte Bobcats. Dwight Howard, still a member of the Orlando Magic. The Bobcats, well, they gave up 57 points in their last game against New Jersey and Darren Williams, and tonight struggling again at home. They've lost 8 games in a row at home, and you see why. Just really struggling. There's Paul Silas, and he can't be pleased early on. In the second quarter, Ryan Anderson open outside, and he's a big guy that can knock the shots down. Wasn't great tonight, just 2 of 10 from distance, but he did have 14 points on the night. Now, Corey Maggette takes to the basket, loses the ball, no foul called. On the other end, Jameer Nelson knocks down a 3. He was 1 of 3 from distance. Paul Silas did not like the no call at all. He was ejected from the game, so his son, Steven Silas, takes over for his dad, and apparently the Bobcats got motivated. Corey Maggette, well, he's trailing the play, and Kemba Walker finds him. That's a wise move. Easy layup there. Maggette, 9 of 17 from the field, and then look at Kemba Walker. What a tough play that is. Acrobatic lane. He had 10 points off the bench. Orlando's lead down to 5, 48-43. Into the second half, Corey Maggette again. This time, the runner in traffic. He had a game-high 29 points, and Charlotte, yes, Charlotte's in front, 49-48. Hedo Turkoglu outside. He's taking a 3-pointer. That doesn't go, but when Dwight Howard's around the basket, it typically does go. 15 points, 17 rebounds for Dwight Howard. Inside, though, this man was a revelation. Bismack Biyombo, 10 points, 15 rebounds in the game. Charlotte up 64-60. How about this? Biyombo rejects Dwight Howard's hook shot. You never see that. Later, Biyombo played some more tough defense inside. He had 7 blocks on the game, and Charlotte taking advantage outside. Corey Maggette splashing home a 3-pointer. Charlotte's in front by 5, 84-79. Then Gerald Henderson. That's a nice little jump shot over Hedo Turkoglu. 16 points for Henderson. Charlotte up by 8. And they're pulling this thing off down the stretch. They're up by 14. Make it 16. Kemba Walker knocks down the jumper. Charlotte takes down the Magic in an upset at home. Your final score, 100-84. The New Orleans Hornets and Charlotte Bobcats have combined for 15 wins on the season. Needless to say, both teams in search of a rare victory. Kemba Walker driving, putting it on the floor. Little floater there just inside the free throw line. He was 6 of 10 from the field. Hornets, though, in front 26-22. Byron Mullins missing the jumper. Hornets on the break. Gravis Vasquez passing to Al-Farouq Aminu, who finishes with authority. He had 8 points. New Orleans up 30-24. Later second quarter, Corey Maggette missing the jump shot. Gerald Henderson grabs the rebound, and he makes the jump shot. He led the Bobcats with 15, but New Orleans still in front 34-30. Chris Kaman knocks down a jump shot. He had a double-double, 12 points, 16 rebounds, 36-30. New Orleans in front. Into the third quarter we go. Gerald Henderson to Bismack Biyombo, way up above the rim and throwing that one down. 6 of 7 from the field. He had a dozen, 55-51. Again, a 4-point lead for New Orleans. Jarrett Jack turning it over. We go the other way, and Kemba Walker, nice dish to Gerald Henderson for the jam and the foul, 60-55. Watch it one more time. Beautiful pass from Kemba Walker, and finishing strong is Gerald Henderson. Charlotte in front 60-55 at that point. Into the fourth quarter we go. Vasquez outside to Jarrett Jack for the 3-pointer. He led the Hornets with 15 points. Charlotte in front, though, 71-65. Al-Farouq Aminu, nice little floater there. That cuts the lead down to 10. Time running out, 5 seconds left in the game. It's Aminu inbounding the ball to Trevor Ariza, who goes to the rack, but that's where Biyombo is. He saves the day. Bismack Biyombo saves the day by blocking the jam attempt of Trevor Ariza. He had 4 blocks on the night. He's a hero for the Bobcats in this one. They take it by 2, 73-71.
The Bobcats entered their Saturday night matchup having lost back-to-back games, but with all their struggles this year, they have won 5 in a row against Toronto. Let's go to the first quarter where Jared Bayless, coming off a great overtime performance on Friday night, here hits a 3 to put the Raptors up by 4. Later in the first quarter, it's Kemba Walker. Shot clock winding down. He's off the target. Check out his sneakers, though. I think you may enjoy this. Not bringing him any luck on Saturday night, at least not yet. Later on in the first quarter, it's Ed Davis to DeMar DeRozan, and he soars in for the dunk. Toronto in front 27-18. On to the second quarter, DJ White. He drives, gets into the paint, splits the defenders, and throws it down. Check out DJ White exploding to the cup for 2 of his 20. Bobcats still trailed 35-22. Now Tyrus Thomas, some defense. Thomas to DJ Augustine to Corey Maggette for the alley-oop. Maggette 21 points, hitting 14 of 14 from the free throw line. More on the stripe in a moment. Toronto led by as many as 15, though. Here in the third quarter, Andrea Bargnani, the pump fake, and Bargnani back. Look at this. The big fella, the fake, and then takes the easy pass through the lane. Toronto up by 7. DJ Augustine spotting up and drilling the 3. Leading the comeback with 23 points and 11 assists. Charlotte up by 2. Gerald Henderson getting the feed, and then the 17-footer has Charlotte out in front 63-59. On to the fourth quarter we go. Jared Bayless continues his hot play. The pull-up for 3 of his 29. He also had 6 helpers. 85-78. More from Henderson. A 24-point performance. Henderson avoiding the double team, and that rattles home. He was 11 of 14 from the floor. 92-81, Charlotte. 16 seconds to go in the fourth. Amir Johnson to Bayless, wide open. Bottoms on the 3. It's just a 2-point game. Now 11 seconds left. Jared Bayless has to foul DJ Augustine. And Augustine would go to the line. He would hit the first. Now the second to seal the deal and make it a 2-possession game. Augustine comes through. He was 9 of 9 from the stripe. Charlotte as a team, 31 of 34 from the free throw line. Charlotte wins at 107-103. 24 Toronto turnovers resulted in 26 Charlotte points.